Hey, good day everyone. How y'all doing? You got Lyle here for another shave, and to me it's a special shave. So recently I received this, the Never Alone set. This is brought to us obviously by Jason at the Razor Company, Peter at Ariana Evans, and Justin the Red Island Shaver. This I had to have. To go along with that today, we're going to use my Ale 9/8, basically full hollow, beautiful blade. Going to use a FB brush. It's got a 24mm Tuxedo in it. Thirsty Badger Lather Bowl. Some blue items here to go with hashtag Meso Week from BBS Live. So let's get into this, guys. Get some water on the face here. So I hope you're all doing well. I hope you had a good week. I hope you're ready for the weekend. I sure am. We got a bit of a crazy week here. My daughter had to go for a COVID test, my 12-year-old, so it means kept all the kids home from school, my wife home from work, came back negative last night. She has to isolate for 48 hours still from school though, so no school for her this week. And I'm trying to get to the lake today for a guys golf weekend, 4 days, and I figured it out. I won't get away as early as I liked, but it's gonna work. Thanks to my lovely wife for that too. So I'm gonna have a great weekend. Which means I'm shaving on Thursday for you guys. So this Never Alone, as I mentioned, is brought to us by Jason at the Razor Company, Peter at Ariana Evans, and Justin, the Red Island Shaver, brother of mine. This is brought together for suicide prevention. September is National Suicide Prevention Month. All the proceeds or sales from this go to the Canadian and the US suicide prevention lines. The numbers are on the label, along with the labels from the Razor Company, from Peter, Ariana Evans, and Justin. So it's really cool. This is in the K2E base, which I'm going to be honest, is my first time using it. This is what, a second shave with this, so first soap with this. And it was really, really nice. I really enjoyed the base so far. I'll just put the ingredients up here. I'm not going to read them off, guys. I just want to enjoy the shave and talk to you guys a bit about it. This does take a fair bit of water, which I forgot about. So give me a minute to get some more hydration in here. This smells to me like a vintage barbershop meets a 2000s cologne vibe. Early 2000s, I'd say, even like, 2000 to 2010. It's really nice. I don't have the scent notes written down for you guys. You can put them up for you, but for me, I get like a citrus note with some florals, some woodiness, and then like a spiciness or pepperiness underneath it. So I hope I got that right. If I didn't and those aren't the notes, then oops. But oil looks good. That's kind of what I get. How I would kind of explain this, I don't know if you guys have used them. Probably the two most used barbershops in my den are the First Canadian Shave barbershop and the Highland Springs barbershop. If you were to take the powdery note out of Highland Springs barbershop and kind of mesh that with First Canadian and add a little cologne vibe to it, you got this. And I like it. It's very nice. I like vintage scents, like Sundown is one of my absolute favorites. I like Old Spice. I like that kind of stuff. And this fits right in there, that kind of vibe for me, vintage but modernized. So I think you guys would like it if you like, older barbershop style scents. Say 60s, something like that, right? So let's go with the grain. I'm going to try keeping the glasses on today. We'll see how this goes. It could be entertaining. actually my third straight shave with this razor. With Mezzo week, for BBS Live's theme week, it's obviously paint everything blue. So support for, you know, Metronoma, oh god, I can't remember the name of it. Kim Gray in the community has it. She's been fighting it. Pretty sure it was Kim. Anyway, the only blade I could think of that kind of had a blue theme to it in the scales, sort of. I keep meaning to do shave of the day post with this, and I always forget. So the performance I found with K2E has been excellent all around. This is my second shave with it so far. Initial impression to me on this base is Peter nailed it. And he nailed the soap, like I said. Besides the base, it's a great scent he came up with while working with the guys. Growth, by the way, was just a little over 24 hours. And everything's rocking and rolling. So the next shave you guys see from me after this one will probably be pretty hairy. I'm gonna have about 4 days worth of growth. I don't shave at the cabin, where I'm going to be going for the guys' golf weekend here soon. So kind of a way to help me actually look after my mental health. I wasn't going to be going because of my doctor thing, but now she's got cleared and my wife's worked some things out with her work and her other parts of her family, her mom, for some support. They're kicking me out to make sure I go. I'm very thankful that. Ties into the soap a bit, I guess. You know, this is about mental health, suicide prevention, awareness for men. You know, something I learned a long time ago being younger. Society doesn't really sometimes think it's okay for men to show issues or weakness around mental health. It's kind of a taboo topic. We need to change that. I hope this helps bring some awareness to it. It's kind of the idea about it. Help save some lives. You know, if you're feeling down, you're feeling out, heaven forbid, but it does happen, you're feeling those suicide thoughts, reach out to somebody, or call one of the hotlines that are on the soap. But also, if you guys see buddies that are feeling that way that you're concerned about, don't be afraid to ask them. I've been a sounding board for a few buddies in my life, especially, and even in the shaving community here. And I was honored and privileged that they trusted me to talk about their issues with and everything, and glad I could be there for them. So, bringing that to my own story. I've struggled with mental health my entire life. Probably the worst it's ever been, you know, depression, all this kind of stuff. I'm going to across the green here, guys. I figured Justin was brave enough to talk about his issues, which led to this whole soap release and everything, which was absolutely amazing. I can talk about mine a little bit. I did mention it in a live before, I think it was, briefly on the Canadian Mafia. But many years ago, an old man now, we're getting older, we're talking about 30 years ago, somewhere in there, not quite, I almost committed suicide. I was very close. I actually had a loaded pistol in my mouth, hammer cocked, finger on the trigger, and something stopped me. I don't know what it was. the lunch hour at school. I don't know if it was the fact that maybe my mom coming home from work to find me like that or what it was. I don't know. But I went back to school, went straight to the counselors and talked to them. Told them what happened. For their support, I'm still here. I was instantly, like that night, I was in the psychiatric ward in the city I lived in at that time. For counseling and watch me, everything. Then I was put into like a step home, I guess, like before I went from the hospital with my parents. Where nurses kind of watch us day in, day out, but we had our own rooms with stuff. We'd go to school. I had a special school I went to. I had counselors for this that I had to see daily. But also help manage my workload so I wasn't stressed too much and I could work on healing myself, but try to keep up with my schooling. So if it wasn't for all that, the love of my mom, my dad, my brother, my family, my friends, the support, and I said the unconditional understanding, I guess. They just let me talk when I needed to, not talk when I didn't want to, but they were there for me whenever. They still are. I'm still here. And thankfully I am. You know, do I still find life hard sometimes? Yes, probably more often than I should. I gotta remember my blessings more than I do. But I have 3 beautiful daughters. A beautiful, loving, caring wife. Good job. Good friends. Oops. You know, within and out of this community. So, like, without getting into the dirty details of everything, why I was out work and all that, there's a highlight for you. So it's kind of why it's a bit near and dear to my heart. We've known people who've also committed suicide. I met quite a few people in my time in life there that I just, you know, things you saw, you talk to people about, you help them with. You know, people with massive scars right across their wrists that somehow they survived, you know, medically. So, like I said, I've been able to be there for a few buddies too when they were going through hard times. And sometimes it's just shutting up and listen, right? And that's most of it for me. I find these guys need someone to talk to. And you just listen for the cues though. Let them talk. Be a sounding board is what I find. But if they start giving you cues that there's things are going to a dark place for them, they're considering suicide or any of that kind of stuff, get them fucking professional help or get them to call the number themselves. So anyways, this is good shit, by the way. Shave's going well. The edge is holding up great on this razor. You can't ask for much more in a shave, guys. Sorry I said that quietly, I don't know why, but you can't. This is just wonderful. So, yeah, anyways, there's my story. To the gist of it. Without going too dark, too deep. So, yeah. It's tough to talk about, but it needs to be talked about. Excuse me. And I've actually been in my own dark place for a long time. Still comes and goes. Since the passing of my dad. Still a lot of feelings there and regrets and that creep up on me and cause some really gloomy days. But I can talk to people I need about it, right? So I know the people, and I gotta remember to do that. So, anyways. Getting back to the shave. I guess that's all going well. It's a little weird shaving these glasses. They are something called a neural lens, but they also have a progressive in it, and these new type of neural lenses. It's a new technology, so the progressive isn't, I think, implemented the best into them. So on the peripherals things get a little fuzzier than I'm used to, which makes shaving here a little bit interesting sometimes. You know, 3 straight shaves with this razor, guys, and it's doing awesome. I've heard people say you should never use a razor back to back, blah, 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 the metal needs to rest, blah, blah, blah. Fuck off. Excuse my language. Sorry. The metal needs to rest doesn't make sense to me. Look after it properly, keep it stropped properly. Do you think they let blades rest at barbershops in the late 1800s or the 1900s? Probably not. I can tell you right now, 3 days in, there's nothing, you know, 3rd shave straight. Nothing wrong with this blade. In fact, you can see a little blood there because I nicked it. Almost a bloodless shave for you guys. You're gonna have to straight up clean up that nostril. What can you do? So, that feels really good. Really nice feeling shave. A couple places to clean up right along here, as always. And there. So I'll do that off camera. I'll be back to see you guys for the post shave. Alright, I'm back. Just a few cleanups there. Nothing too crazy. That's pretty much BBS, guys. When it's dried down completely, it will be. Only issue is that little nick right there towards the end. Touch-ups were easy peasy, no problems. Soap performed well, everything did great. User error at the end. So let's get the splash going. Like you said, you know already. Never Alone matching splash. Yeah, that's nice stuff. They did a very, very cool job kind of modernizing this vintage scent. Oh yeah, nothing wrong with that. No bird, no nothing. Just a little owie. Right on. Wow. That's a shave, guys. Just let's do the magic cap for you here, and we'll have a little chat while we do that. So, Ariana, oh my God. Aria, Anna, and Evans. Wow. Never Alone. Collaboration between A&E, TRC and Justin the Red Island Shaver, suicide prevention and mental health for men. Beautiful soap, great performance, great aftershave, awesome scent. Like I said, vintage kind of barbershop kind of scent, melded with like 2000s cologne kind of vibe. Kind of what I get from it. Bowl, Thirsty Badger, Mayor, with the brush, the FB, it's a 24mm Tuxedo, and the weapon for today, the AL 9/8, basically full hollow, and a beautiful blade. Still very happy to have this in my den. Sharp as heck, performs great, very, very reasonable priced. Thank you guys for watching my video today. Thank you guys for listening to my story, for me rambling. Thank you guys for supporting this release. It's sold out fast. I'm pretty sure Justin announced yesterday that they're going to be doing 50 more. So tune into Justin the Red Island Shaver and the Razor Company about when that's available. I think there'll be links soon for Jason's stuff to talk about some more. And past that, thanks you guys for subscribing, for the support. Leave your comments below if you bought Never Alone. Let me know. Let me know what you think about it. Appreciate all you guys. Appreciate the community. Appreciate the support. So you guys have an excellent weekend. Hopefully I do golfing. And I'll see you all soon. Cheers.